All right, welcome back here, and we are going to get to the class card reviews. So, before I get into it, just as a kind of brief reminder here, where I'm going to rank these 7 stars. That means a card is too powerful for arena; it should be banned. There's only like one card in this entire expansion where I think that is. Paparazzi is not there, but it probably will be. 6 stars, cards between 100 and 120. They're too powerful. They just make arena unfun in general. 5-star cards, 91 to 100. These are class-defining cards. 4-star cards, 75 to 90, are cards that can swing the game, cards that are really good, cards you really want to have. 3-star cards, 60 to 75. These are cards that are above average for their mana cost. 2-star cards, anywhere from 40 to 60. They're average. They're cards you have to take just to fill out your curve. 1-star cards are cards, bad cards that have situational upsides, which sometimes you're going to take. And a 0-star card is basically a never pick. There's not going to be a deck where this card works. All right. So, Death Knight. Overall, Death Knight has 2 basic themes. Uh, so the Death Knight themes follow the rune themes for them. So you've got the Blood rune themes, which are based off of Lifesteal, about health manipulation, buffs, things like that. You've got the Frost rune themes, which are based off of big, powerful spells and removals, and you've got the unholy themes, which are based off of sticky stuff or board spread. So overall, I think Death Knight they got a solid set for the arena. So let's take a look at the cards. We'll start off with Harmonic Metal, one of the common cards. It's a so Harmonic Metal with 1 blood rune here. Give 4 random minions in your hand +2/+2, swaps every turn, or gives 2 random minions in your hand +4/+4. So Harmonic Metal, we have already got a good analog for it, and that is Blood Tap. Is it Blood Tap? I believe it's Blood Tap. Blood. Hold on, let me check my thing here. Sorry. Yeah, Blood Tap. Where's Blood Tap? Blood Tap right here. It's Blood Tap, which is 2 mana. Give all minions in your hand +1/+1. Spend 2 corpses to give them +2/+2. Which it's a 2-star. So basically, it's a Blood Tap that you can play on curve. It hits fewer minions, but you can play it on curve. Or if you only have 2 minions in hand, then you can give the minions +4/+4. So honestly, is it better than Blood Tap? Is it worse? I think it's a little bit worse because in the mid game, I think Blood Tap is better and more reliable. The problem is the harmonic dissonant thing. I think 3 mana, give 4 random minions in your hand +2/+2 would be better than Blood Tap because of the curve considerations. But because it shifts, because you may have to play it on a turn where you don't want to, I think that drags it down, and so that's why it's only a 72, and that's why it's only a 3-star card. Next one here is going to be Mosh Pit. So, Mosh Pit, 2 mana, spend 3 corpses to give a friendly minion reborn. Priest had a card that was 1 mana to give a friendly minion reborn. That was mediocre. So this is 2 mana for 2 reborn charges, and you have to spend 3 corpses on it. There's things where it will work, but ultimately I just say it's not good. This is a low 2-star, like this is a 2-star minus. I could easily see this being 1-star. All right, next one is going to be Hardcore Cultist, which is the unholy card. Or it's not the unholy, the frost card. Consecration on the stick. I already covered this one before. Battlecry deal 2 damage, finale to all enemies. So you play this on turn 3, you blow up a board. That's great, and you will play this on turn 3. So ultimately, I think this card is it's a great card. It's a 5-star card. Let's just get it out of the way. That's a 5-star card. Again, I say there are issues with the finale, but it is so good without the finale that ultimately I think it's going to be a card you're just like always going to pick. It's another card that makes Frost like really, really powerful in arena. Okay, going on to the rares. We start with here Arcanite Reaper. Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Lifesteal Undead, change your health on your turn while equipped to improve. So if you hit this into a minion twice, then you get a 3/3 Undead then you get a 3/3 Lifesteal Undead that comes out of it. If you do things like heal yourself, you can buff it up to 4/4 or 5/5 or 6/6 or anything like that. So it's a 3 mana 3/2 weapon with a strong upside. What do you think that is? That's going to be a 5-star card. So I might be a little bit low on this, So yes, I might be a little bit low on this, but I think this is just going to be an easy 5-star card here. Next one here is going to be Death Growl. Death Growl. Choose a minion, spread its death rattle to adjacent minions. So here's the problem. Number one, most death rattles are worth 1 mana. So the only way that you're going to get value is you need to have a death rattle minion, you need to have 2 minions surrounding it, and then you need to play this, and then you get 2 bonus death rattles. So basically spending 1 mana to gain 2 mana's worth of value, but it's extremely situational. Like, unless you've got a really insane death rattle, then it's not worth it. So that's why I have it as a 1-star card. It's very situational. I think for the most part, it's not going to be worth it, or it's not going to help. Okay, next one here is Death Metal Knight. 3 mana, 3/4 taunt, that's good. Costs health instead of mana if your hero was healed this turn. So you do have lifesteal things, you have lifesteal minions, lifesteal weapons, you have basic healing. So overall, it's a 3 mana, 3/4 taunt. That would be a 3-star card by itself, but it does have the ability to cost 0 or to cost 3 health in order to do this. I mean, that's really good. That's going to be a 4-star card. I don't think that really needs to be explained. A 3/4 taunt would be a 3-star card. This gets a bonus effect. That's 4 stars. Next one here, Screaming Banshee. Screaming Banshee, Lifesteal. After your hero gains health, summon a soul with that much attack and health. So, if you play this on curve, unless it's killed immediately, because I believe that if it dies because of the after effect, then it doesn't summon anything. But you're almost certainly going to get a bonus 3/3 off of this. And if you have like any other lifesteal or any other heal things, you can just create an instant board. So again, Screaming Banshee, what is that? That's a really good card. That's really great stats. Like if this is not removed, then you have like a infinite engine, because it will trigger itself. You can just hit the hero and it'll summon the 3/3s, and you keep doing that. So, and it's reliable. There's no RNG involved. So overall, Screaming Banshee, I think that's an easy 4-star card. Okay. Next one here, Bone Shredder. Going on to the epics here. Well, that's one epic. The other epic here, Bone Shredder. Spend 5 corpses to trigger and gain the death rattle of a friendly minion that died this game. Again, death rattles are generally worth 1 mana, right? So you're spending 5 corpses to get a 5/4 plus a death rattle of a random friendly minion. Even if this triggers, it's still not good for 5 mana. There are very specific constructed decks which would work, which this will work, and I can see how. But overall, no, I don't see Bone Shredder working at all. I think Bone Shredder, like, it's a 1-star card. It's a high 1-star card, but it's still a 1-star card. Mostly because you're still giving up 5 corpses. Like, unless there's a card out there where you need to just completely dump corpses, I mean, this is not a good card. This is not a good card to pick. Let me double check here. Let me double check something here. Can you guys? Yeah, it still shows up right. Okay, I just want to make sure it's showing up right. All right. So, what do we have left? We have got the next one, Climatic Necrotic Explosion. Lifesteal. Deal 5 damage, summon 2 1/1 souls, randomly improved by corpses you spend. So you can either deal more damage, you can either summon more souls, or the souls can be buffed. I believe the buff goes from 1/1 to 2/2 and not 2/1 or 1/2 or anything like that. Alright, so the big issue here is, are you going to spend your corpses? Do you have corpse stumps? There's like one reliable corpse stump in Corpse Bride in the current Death Knight set. Like outside, like unless you're taking Mosh Pit and Bone Shredder to basically just like massively dump corpses, then you may not even have that many corpses to make this good. Like how many corpses do you need? Like you need to spend, I think, 5 corpses to make this worth it, maybe 10. Like I don't think this is gonna work. I think this is just a 3-star card in Arena because you won't have the way to dump the corpses for it. Now, if you can get the right deck, it's like absolutely busted. You always take it. But overall, I just don't think that it is going to work out all that well. Like this is the reason why you would take the Bone Shredder, like for example, just to have something dump corpses on. And then finally, you've got Cagehead. 8 mana, 5/1, Death Rattle, summon a 9/9 Blight Boar with charge and taunt. So, if you're not pinging this, like, here's what I'm going to say. If you're not killing it on your own turn as a Death Knight, someone else is going to kill it for you. So, effectively, what it is, it's a 9/9 Taunt Divine Shield for 8 mana. 9/9 Taunt Divine Shield for 8 mana. I mean, that's good. Don't get me wrong, that's good. But I just don't see it working. Like, I think it's way too easy to ping. And I think just like for that late in the game, a 9/9 Divine Shield Taunt is good, but I don't think it's like game breaking. So like ultimately, I think I underrated it a little bit, but I'm still going to say it's a 4-star card. I initially had it as a 61. Thinking about it as a 71, I'm thinking about it. Really, it's a 71, but it's still in that. It's not 4-star, 3-star. I think it's in that 3-star range, just because you're not going to have as a Death Knight the ability to trigger this on your turn. So when you look at what it really is, you kind of get the idea. All right, that is it for Death Knight. I will be back the next time with Demon Hunter. So I will see you then.